What's up, Aunt? Look like you've seen a ghost.
Bad dream.
Oh, hope you haven't wet the bed.
Shut up, you. Not a baby no more.
My dad's just been on the phone.
Good, is he?
In work, stupid.
Oh, leave him alone, Del.
Yeah, well, look at him. Moping about, face chipping him. Hello? Hiya, Gareth. No, I've got a free day today. I'm back in school tomorrow. Yeah, come round after school.
Come round after school.
I'm on the phone if you don't mind.
Gareth, bet he's a right quilt.
It's not a quilt. He'd batter you. Sorry about that.
Oh, yeah, Aunt. That clough cow's been found.
Imelda?
Yeah.
Anyway, what are you doing later?
What? Where?
In London.
God, you're always at the gym.
What do you mean?
That's why my dad rang early from work. He's been seen by Euston Station.
But I thought you said she's been found.
Well, it's as good as, isn't it?
Are you sure?
Yeah. Your head teacher, Mrs. Plummer, she wanted you to know. She knows you've been worried.
Yeah? Richard said he spoke to the school. Yeah, well, I'm gonna sort things today. OK. I'll call you later. And Luke, Mum, loves you.
You okay?
Yeah. What are you off to? I thought you went in work till 9.
I'm going the Aussie to see Jackie.
Now?
Yeah, I can't talk. The taxi's just beeped.
Will they let you in?
Yeah, I'll just say I'm a sister.
Well, tell Jackie I was asking about her.
Okay.
I mean it.
Tell Rachel thanks for looking after the kids.
Will do. Have they said when you'll be out?
Yeah, a couple of days.
Right. How are you feeling?
I'm not really sure at the moment. How about you?
I'm just grateful that you're okay. But it could have been worse. For you, I mean.
I'll get over it. Look, I know you came in to see me, but why don't you go and try and grab a few hours while the kids aren't there?
Yeah, I think I will.
Go on, then.
You sure?
Yeah, I'll see you after, won't I?
Yeah, of course you will. You, sure you don't mind?
No, honestly, I could do with a bit of a sleep myself.
Okay. Well, I'll then sort out the children for later, do a bit of work and pop back after lunch.
Okay.
Do you want anything bringing in?
Just you.
You in uni today, kid?
Just this morning.
How about you, Jay?
Just the savvy.
Can't be bad, can it, eh? Half days or what?
And what are you going to do? I mean, you don't even have half days.
Hey, I'm chocker today. Doing a bit of research on genealogy.
Oh, yours?
No, I'm looking into Helen's background. Gonna see if we can try and trace her natural mother.
I think you're taking too much on with all this family tree business.
Just helping a friend. Hey, Key?
How's your diet research going?
Good. There's tons of it on the net. Too much. Wait there.
Wanting in you.
You're going on and on.
Here. I printed all this yesterday.
Jimmy, you're only supposed to be researching your diet. Not doing a 2-year degree, innit?
I know. I'm just curious about the way different vitamins can help your diet.
You're becoming obsessed.
It interests me, that's all. Hey, you know that Margot Kidder?
Margot?
Margot Kidder. Lois Lane from the Superman films.
Oh.
Well, she was found sitting in someone's backyard in Los Angeles, apparently completely gone, like I was. And guess what? She got shot of the drugs she was taking to control a mental illness. She reckons that she could control herself properly now because her chemical imbalance was being treated by her diet. It's all in there. You want to read up on it?
Well, I think if you're getting that involved in all that, you want to drop all the other stuff about Helen.
Nikki, you're getting on my nerves. I love doing it.
Well, it wasn't really a party, was it?
I'll tell you what, Aunt. If you hurry up, I'll drop you off at school. Might find out a bit more about that Cluffy one there.
I thought he was going to kick off. He never said anything. He just...
Do you want a lift or not?
Oh, no, it's all right. I'll walk.
I reckon he didn't want to make a show.
It's up to you. I'll see you later.
Yeah, of course he liked you. My mum will too. I'm really looking forward to seeing you. Well, come over any time. I'm not working tonight. Oh, no, actually, tell you what. Make it about 7:30. Give us time to have our tea. See ya.
Hey, Jay.
What's up?
I'm going to the garage. I'll be back in 10 minutes.
Okay.
And when I get back, I want me computer back.
All right.
What do you reckon, Jay?
About what?
About Jimmy and Helen.
Nikki.
What?
Well, you've just been saying that Jimmy's obsessive, but it's not him, it's you.
I'm just worried about him.
Look, it's his life, let him get on with
Oh,
it.
it's all right saying that. But the problem is, what does Helen know about his life?
I don't know.
What happens if he can't handle a relationship right now?
It's his decision.
I'm not sure he's in a position to decide.
Look, Nikki, just leave it. I know you're his carer, but don't you think you're getting a bit bogged down in all this?
I'm not his carer. I'm just a friend looking after him.
Okay, but I still think that you're taking too much on.
But what if he falls in love with her? And then she finds out where he's been and what he's done? She'll probably drop him.
Well, that's a chance he's gonna have to take.
I'm gonna have a word with him.
Look, you do what you want. I've got to finish this.
I only popped in for a couple of minutes, Jack. Gotta be in work soon.
Oh, you didn't have to come in this early.
Well, I was worried about you.
Thanks.
So, how you feeling?
Well, it soon just starts to hit me now exactly what's happened.
I thought it might.
I've lost a baby, Katie.
I know.
Don't know what to do. What do I do?
Talk about it. That does help.
Do you think?
Yeah. And I wish you would, because I've never really known how you felt about this pregnancy at all.
Oh, I never talked about it. Because I didn't want a baby. I didn't need a baby. I wish I could change the way I felt, you know what I mean?
I'd like to say yeah, Jackie, but I can only imagine.
And Max, look at the way I've treated him. Terrible. And he really wanted the baby, you know.
I gathered that.
He'd probably hate me for the rest of his life.
Hey, don't talk stupid. There's nothing you could have done about an ectopic pregnancy. It's just nature taking its course. It was always going to happen, right from the very beginning.
Do you think it'll stop me from having another baby?
No.
Are you sure?
It happens all the time.
Oh, I hope so.
You're gonna do whatever I want you to! I hate you!
Helen?
Hiya, Joe.
Hi. What are you doing around here?
Petrol.
Oh, petrol. You seeing Ray today?
Yeah, I said I'd pop round later on.
When?
Just sometime this afternoon.
All right. You don't fancy calling round to ours, do you, beforehand? I could do you a bit of lunch and a nice cup of tea.
Yeah, sounds nice.
Right, it's a deal.
Certainly is. See you, Jim.
So is anyone coming in tonight?
No, I don't think so. But Max is coming in later on this afternoon.
Well, I'll pop in later then.
Okay.
And don't be worrying, Jack. You'll be all right.
Thanks.
See you later.
Oh, all right, Katie. It's like a railway station in here, isn't it? Look, love, you don't have to go on my account.
What are we going to work?
Sorry. I tried, didn't I?
Hello? Hello? Yeah, that's us. Nothing too big or nothing too... it's nothing to do with animals, is it? Good. Yeah, go on. What's the job, then? Oh, you mean plaster and all that? Yeah, actually, we're specialists at it. Yeah, I'll just find a pen. Yeah, I'll be with you now, mate. Okay, okay. Go on. Give us the address. Oh, yeah, go on, I've got that. Yep. Okay, when do you want it moving? Yeah, I'll do that for you, mate. Yeah, I'll be there as soon as possible. Hey, and don't forget to tell your mates about me. No job too big, no job too small. We shift it all. Yeah, cheers. Bring it on.
So Maxie before, he didn't look too good.
You don't yourself.
Just feeling a bit fed up, love, that's all. Everything seems to be going wrong, you know. I'm starting to feel old. And I said I'd sit in with Josh tonight. Bev's childminder keeps letting her down, so I offered. You know, those people ragged, you know. I don't know if I can cope.
He's a kid.
Don't talk to me about kids. I've just had murder with one.
A kid?
Well, a pimply-nosed assistant manager or something down in the bank.
What do you mean?
Well, I popped in the bank for a loan, and this young fella, no more than 20, probably just out of nappies, starts lecturing me on what I should and what I shouldn't do. I mean, what's the world coming to when you're getting too old for a loan?
He didn't say that.
More or less.
Oh, I don't believe that.
I don't know, Jack. I just feel as though my life isn't my own anymore. It's like that big brother thing, people watching you all the time, living your life for you.
Oh, I hate that.
Sorry, love, but here. Look at this.
What is it?
Ray's been wearing me clothes while I was in jail. That's his mother's ordered a service card when she died.
Dad, he's probably only wore it once.
But I don't know that, do I? I feel like it's his now. I feel like the house is theirs. Like nothing's mine anymore.
Dad.
I just feel like I've lost my identity. That's why I couldn't get the loan.
You sure it's nothing to do with you being an ex-con?
They don't give you the flaming chance, do they, eh? You do your best in life, and one slip and you're thrown to the dogs.
You were the same. You never gave anyone a chance, did you? As soon as anyone crossed your line or upset you, you were soon on your soapbox shouting the odds and putting them down. And that's what's happened here. People think you're a liability, so no one's got any faith in you anymore.
That's the way things are today. Nobody gives a toss.
Dad.
What, love?
You going on?
Yeah, I know, but I just feel lousy.
Oh, yeah, and what about me and Max and everybody else?
Yeah, well, that's exactly what I've been going on about.
What?
Why I'm a nobody.
What are you talking about?
Well, how come everybody else knew about your pregnancy, but I didn't?
Well, I just thought it was for the best.
You didn't trust me, is that it?
It wasn't that.
Well, what then?
Well, I just wanted to wait. You know, until the 12-week safe period before telling everybody.
So that's what I am now, is it? Everybody.
I didn't mean that.
It feels like. Look, I better go. I've got a grandchild to look after.
Dad?
I'll see you tomorrow.
Hi, is Jimmy in?
Yeah, come in. Jimmy! A visitor.
Hi. Glad you could make it.
Something about a cup of tea, wasn't there?
Get your coat off, I'll do you one.
I'll see you in a bit. I've got to get ready for uni.
Later, Jay. So, milk?
Please, yeah, one sugar.
Oh, come on, Helen. Not still into sugar, are we?
Why, Jim? Do you think I'm sweet enough?
Hi, Adele. What's for dinner?
I forgot you were coming home today. What do you want?
Oh, it's all right. I'll just get myself a packet of crisps and a drink or something.
You sure?
Yeah, and I won't tell my mum that you never done me any.
What's wrong with him? He was all doom and gloom this morning.
Don't know. I was leaning in the back of my van, he crept up and tickled me. This big grin all over his face.
There's definitely something wrong with him, I'm telling you.
Anyone want a crisp?
Hiya. Hiya. I've done you a bushit in the fridge.
Oh, thanks. How's Jackie?
Oh, she's worried now she won't be able to have another baby.
She will, won't she?
I don't know.
Oh, I feel really sorry for her.
Oh, you do. I feel like crying for her.
And how's Max?
I haven't seen him, but Joey said he really wanted this baby.
Well, will he be all right on his own? I mean, he'll have a lot to look after now.
We'll have to get on with it, won't he?
Yeah, I suppose.
I've got to get back, so I'll see you later.
Yeah, I'll see you later.
Like an old married couple, aren't we?
What do you mean?
You off one way, me the other.
Oh, yeah. Mind you, it won't be for long, though, eh?
So, let's go. Got loads of way to catch up on. See you later.
Bye. Oh, Nick. Well, before you go in...
What?
Helen's in there with Jimmy.
How long's she been in there?
Not long.
How long's she staying?
And I don't know that either.
It's becoming a bit of a joke, this, isn't it?
Look, Nicky, just leave them.
I can't. It's not fair on either of them.
All right, then, but just don't say anything yet.
No, I won't.
Hey, Nick.
Hi, kid.
Yeah.
Just telling Helen about my spaghetti bol. Do it good, darling.
Oh, doing lunch, are we?
A nice meal for a nice... Well, for a very nice lady.
Could charm the iron leg off a donkey, couldn't he?
Couldn't he?
Oh, hi.
Hiya.
I didn't let you in, but unfortunately I've got to go back to the hospital to see Jackie.
I haven't come to jump on you, Max, so don't worry.
I didn't mean that.
I've just come round to offer me help.
How do you mean?
Well, while Jackie's getting better, I can do a few extra hours at the health club for you.
Well, Jackie's the person to see. It's her that pays the wages.
Oh, no, I don't want paying. I just want to help you out.
Really?
Honest. Louise is going back to boarding school, so when I get back, I'll have loads of free time.
Well, that's really good of you. Jackie'll be pleased.
And, tell Jackie she's not alone. I know what she's going through. And, well, just tell her to take it easy. The pain of losing a baby does get better as time goes on. Bye, Max. Oh, and, don't forget to tell Jackie I called.
Oh, I will. Bye.
You got any Parmesan cheese, Jim?
Oh, forget that. I'm not a great lover of it, but I'll have some for you next time, OK?
You're counting your chickens, aren't you?
Yeah, you are, Jimmy. You aren't leaving now, Helen.
You still here, Nick? Thought you had some work to do.
No, not yet.
Yeah, but once it's finished, it's all over and done with, isn't it?
Hey, what you reckon? I've gave it a good brush down, got all the pig muck out the way, and I've just got back from the car wash. She looks brilliant, doesn't she?
If you like.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what I do like.
What?
We are on a big earner this week.
There's that we again.
Oh, come on, Steve, I need a hand. Some builder called this morning, wants a load of rubbish moved from my site. Told them we'd do it.
Builder's rubbish?
Yeah.
Why'd you bother cleaning it? It's only going to get dirty again.
Because you've got to make a good impression, haven't you?
Yeah, I suppose so. So how much?
1 week off the pig.
Yeah, we got nothing for the pig.
Yeah, but a friend for life, though.
Yeah, wasn't he? Do you reckon he's all right?
Yeah, they're good survivors, aren't they? I mean, next time we see her, it'll be as big as an elephant.
So?
So what?
How much?
Oh, well, we haven't agreed the price yet, but it's definitely cash up front.
Nice one.
Nice one indeed, my son. This time next year, we'll be rolling in it.
How long have you been there?
10 minutes.
Why didn't you wake me?
I was just looking at you, that's all.
You look well, nose.
I'm okay.
Oh, come here.
No. I thought I'd lost you. I couldn't bear it.
I know. And I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry that I didn't want this baby.
As long as you're all right. That's the main thing.
No. No, I'm being really selfish.
Jackie, you're not.
I am. It's all my fault I've lost this baby. I've just been a selfish bitch.
You're a bit handy in the kitchen, Jim.
I used to be a chef in town.
Did you? In a hotel?
No, not exactly. Nothing as classy as that.
Well, anyway, I better get going. Ray'll be wondering where I am.
OK, don't want to upset your dad, do you?
I suppose not. Bye, Nikki.
Where you going, Hal? Bye.
Pop in any time, you're always welcome. I'll get the best china out next time.
I'll do that, thanks.
See ya. Payback time, was it?
What do you mean?
Well, remember me messing up your cosy night in with Jerome? Getting your own back, are you?
Of course it wasn't.
Well, something's up. You wouldn't leave us alone for a second.
Nothing's up.
Nicky, you can't kid a kidder. Come on, what is it?
Well, if you want to know, I'm worried about what happens when Helen finds out about the problems you've been having. 'Cause you haven't told Helen, have you?
Oh, not yet, but I will do.
Well, don't you think you better say something before someone else does? Ray might mention something to her.
Ray's promised to say nothing. He's letting me tell her.
Well, I think it's about time that you did.
You're all right, I will.
When, Jimmy? Next month, next year?
Next time I see you.
I was just wondering whether you were going to be as truthful with Helen as you've just been with the rest of us. I let the woman I love walk out of my life, and I miss her.
Here you go. Put that in your room. Keep it handy, though. You nearly want to see it when she comes.
Don't want any of my skeletons falling out of the cupboard and landing on Helen, do you?
You know the problem with you is you've got too much time and nothing to do with it.
Tell me a bit about yourself. Your murky past. Don't tell me you haven't got one.
And that Brookside is tomorrow at 8:30. Well, next on 4, big, small, hard or soft top. Discover Driven's car of the series.
Why don't you have a lie down?
Because I spent the past few days flat on my back, that's why. I don't know what to do. I can't help feeling it's all my fault. I got what I want today.
You didn't want any of this.
Didn't want the baby either, did I?
Well, maybe it was just the wrong time, that's all.
Oh, just another 6 months, another year. I don't know, maybe I had to be in better prepared.
Probably think this is hard, but under the circumstances, maybe it was for the best. But when the time is right, when you're ready, we can try again, can't we?
Mm-mm.
We need a cleaner. You're holding down a full-time job, so am I, and so's Sammy.
Should be able to cope with a bit of tidying up. It looks like a gang of squatters have moved in here. But I just won't feel right.
That bit of work-class guilt I can smell there. That'll be the beans.
No, my mum always managed and she had 3 kids.
So do you feel guilty about calling a plumber in when you need one, do you?
No.
So why do you feel so guilty about calling in a cleaner? You're only paying someone to do something you can't do yourself.
I couldn't be bothered doing.
Think of it this way. It's a small price to pay for saving your Sammy's life. Because if I carry on living like this, I'll end up killing her.
It would be nice, wouldn't it?
Are you sure you won't have some lunch? There's plenty there.
Oh, I'd love to, Jess, but I've got to get going. I've got errands to run before I get Steph from school, and then I've got to drop her off at mate's before coming back here to meet up with Ginny.
Oh, you've got your work cut out then.
Yeah.
You meeting up with Jimmy?
Yeah. He's going to try and help me track down Sylvia. There's loads of information you can get off the net that'd take me months to find.
Oh, yeah, he's good like that.
Like what?
Well, one of life's little helpers.
Come on.
What?
Jimmy's not the only one with the past, you know, so if this is going to be one of those father-daughter conversations, you're about 30 years too late.
No, I was just wondering how you're getting on, you know. I mean, you know that Jimmy's got a past. Well, we all have, haven't we?
He hasn't got a harem tucked away, has he?
No, with the amount of people in that house, they wouldn't find room for one. No, I was just looking out for you, you know, as dads are supposed to. They've been wrong for months. I was trying to fix them for you.
Like you fixed the wallpaper, you mean?
I was only trying to help.
Look, if anything needs fixing round here, I'll be the one to do it, OK? Now, if you really want to help, you could send some of these back.
Aren't you going to sign them?
No, I'm going to send them all back blank. Maybe that way they'll think twice before they send me some more.
I better get going. Bye.
Ta-ra, love.
I'll see you out.
Bye, Helen. Any news on Jackie?
Yeah, well, she's back. The car's parked up outside, but I'll give it a bit of time to settle in, you know.
Will you sit yourself down? I've put a bit of lunch on one side for you.
No, you're all right, Jess. I'm not that hungry, honest.
I said sit. I know for the fact you missed out on your breakfast. You've got to have something inside you.
Daughters, eh? I'm just a bit worried for her.
Never stops, mate. Never stops.
Maybe I should stay home today.
Max, you don't have to wrap me in cotton wool. If I need anyone, my dad's next door and you're only 10 minutes away.
About the baby. I shouldn't have said what I said before. I'm sorry.
Do you know, when I was pregnant, I didn't want to be. And now that I'm not, I don't know if I ever will be again. What if this is some sort of judgment?
Oh, don't be ridiculous.
Yeah, but what makes me so special that I can say it's the wrong time one minute and the right the next?
Jackie, please.
I didn't want a baby because it'd get in the way of work. What kinds of reasons that?
Thousands, millions of women say the same thing every day. But I'm sure when you want a baby, it'll be fine.
But you don't know that. No one does.
What was it that Katie said?
Yeah, but Katie could be wrong. No one knows. Not you, not Katie, not even the doctors. I might have had my chance. I might have had my chance and I've wished it away.
Does Anthony know about the sighting they've had in London?
Possible sighting, yeah. The police in London have done loads of interviews down there, but nothing's come of it. Probably because I wasn't there.
Somebody must have seen her. Can't be that easy to just disappear.
Come off it, Di. Thousands of people go missing every year.
Not at her age, though.
Yeah. You see them in any town centre in any part of the country.
But you'd notice a child, wouldn't you?
You reckon? Most people try to avoid their eye. Don't want to get involved. And even if it was there on that videotape, there'd be hard push to find her now.
They should be out there looking for her.
Yeah, but where'd you start?
A 12-year-old girl, no money, on her own in London. It's a recipe for disaster, isn't it? Any kind of pervert could have picked her up by now.
That's more or less what the teachers were saying in school. Let's just hope we're wrong, eh?
Oh, are you right? I'm just catching up on my coursework.
Oh, good for you. Listen, Jimmy.
2 years ago, I was on my knees. Well, actually, I was on my back, if the truth be known. But metaphorically speaking, I was on my knees. Nowhere to go, and no one to go to. Spent the whole night freezing in a bus shelter, know what I mean? Wondering if life was worth... Well, let's just say I thought I'd come to the end of the road, you know. And I'm pleased to report that in the 2 years that followed, I was forced to take stock.
Not a lot of people could cope with what he's had to deal with, Ray.
No, I don't suppose you could.
It's the triumph of the human spirit, Ray. Where there's life, there's hope.
Well, yes.
If you've got back up, you can do anything. Overcome any odds. All you need is hope. And the help of your friends. Now, what was it you wanted to see me about, Ray?
I believe you're seeing Helen later.
Oh, right, I'll just go and get some books from upstairs then.
There's no need. Nicky, thanks very much. Sit down. There's no secrets in this house. Had enough of all that when Jackie was here. Whispers, closed doors, all that palaver. There's no need for it.
OK, I was just wondering whether you were going to be as truthful with Helen as you've just been with the rest of us.
You mean about my illness?
I think she needs to know, Jimmy, because...
You don't want any of my skeletons falling out of the cupboard and landing on Helen, do you?
No, you could say that.
If there's one thing I've learned, is that honesty is the best policy. I won't be messing around.
Wouldn't it be great you could just stay here all day? No way.
Couldn't it just?
Do you know, I should train Jackie, but convince Ron will pick up the phone.
I wouldn't let that put you off.
Oh, you know what he's like? Any bit of drama and he's there like a shot. Pardon the pun. And to be honest, I've been racking my brains trying to think of something to say to her.
Well, you're old mates. I wouldn't have thought that'd be a problem.
Oh, what do I know about what she's going through?
More than most.
What?
Well, Clint.
Oh, thanks, Nisha.
Katie.
What I went through with Clint is totally different to what she's going through.
Oh, you've both suffered loss.
Well, I feel sorry for her and everything, but at the end of the day, she can have another baby. I mean, she's had a miscarriage. My boyfriend was murdered.
Look, Katie, I'm sorry. I was just thinking that you might be able to help her, that's all.
I mean, what would you know? What makes you such an expert?
Well, I actually...
Have you ever had to deal with anything like this? No?
Katie.
Hi, love.
Hiya.
I used a spare key. I saw Maxie getting off. I thought you might need a bit of company. Jack, I'm sorry, love.
Oh, what for?
I'm kicking off at you. I don't know what you must think of me.
Dad.
I don't know what's wrong with me lately. How's you coping with everything that's happened to you? And all I'm concerned with is my own troubles.
Dad, what is it?
Look at me. I put my key in my front door and I walk into a house full of strangers. I see Ray and Jessie, and each and every time it just reminds me.
Reminds you?
Who have I got? I got up this morning, I made 2 cups of tea. Stood there, I took the tea bags out, put the milk in. I was just about to make some toast, and I remembered. Anthea's gone. She's not there anymore.
Hey, don't do this to yourself.
I'll let her go, Jack. I let the woman I love walk out of my life. And I miss her. God, I miss her so much.
Dad.
I asked her to stand up in court, hand on the Bible and lie. She couldn't do it.
Dad, you had your back against the wall and then she suddenly developed a conscience. I'm not surprised you told her where to get off.
No, I should have waited, Jack. Let the dust settle. She was under terrible pressure, you know, we all were.
It was the only way you could get her to see your point of view. And you remember how bad it was. You know, when me and our Mike found you at the pierhead, you were in pieces. And I'm not afraid to say it, but I was terrified because I'd never seen you like that before.
I'd never been like that before. When you get to my time of life, you think, is that it? Is that what I've been working all these years for? Just to end up on my own?
Hey, you're not on your own. You've got me and our Mike and you've got your family round you.
I need someone for me, Jack. Someone to come home to every night. Someone to wake up for every morning.
Dad, you know that night when you were by the river and me and our Mike found you? Well, if we hadn't, what would you have done?
I thought, to be honest with you, I fully intended to go through with it. But what stopped me, what kept flashing through my mind was what it would do to you and Michael.
And that's when you decided to ring us. Thank God that we were in, eh?
Yeah. Thank God.
Aunt's brought his school photo. I've not even looked at it yet.
Imelda's mum will have got her copy today. Wonder what's going through her mind, eh? What time can I expect you back?
When you see me, you know what these school meetings are like.
What's for tea? Oh, I don't know yet. What do you fancy? I've got burgers in if you fancy them.
You got enough for Adele and Gareth. You'll need them.
Yeah, burgers. Here you go. Put that in your room. Keep it handy, though. Your Nina will want to see it when she comes.
See ya.
Give us a ring when you're coming home. Get something on for your tea.
Hey, you know, if I told me mum what you were doing, she'd never believe me, you know.
Just another little skill I learned, courtesy of Her Majesty.
Hey, well, I've got a pile of iron in there if you want to have a practice run.
Just my level, that, innit?
Come on, Dad. Business is business. You taught me that. If it's bringing the money in.
Yep. My little empire, eh?
Hey, I never told you, did I? Do you remember Sol? Oh, the manager of the health club.
Yeah.
Well, he has been playing away with Paula, the girl from the laundry service.
Oh, yeah.
Well, anyway, Sol's wife turned up and kicked off on Sammy. Thought that he was playing away with her, but it turned out he'd run off with this Paula.
So meanwhile, you're a member of staff down?
One down and dirty towels piled to the ceiling. I'll have to get it sorted as soon as I get back.
Yeah. Whoops. Nearly late.
What for?
Josh, Bev's childminder, has let her down again, so I said I'd look after him till she got back from work. I'd take him round to ours, but I'm running out of space.
Still no sign of Ray and Jessie moving out?
Well, Ray said that he's heard from the builders, so he should be starting next week.
Well, you have the house back to yourself then, won't you? Anyway, best of luck with Josh. You'll be needing it.
Can't be any worse now, Michael, at his age. Like father, like son, eh? Anyway, love, better get going. I'll see myself out. And, thanks.
What for?
Listening. I know it's not the easiest of times for you. Ta-da.
See ya.
Have you got a minute? Where have you been, Max? In case it's escaped your attention, my daughter needs looking after. She has lost a child, you know.
In case it's escaped your attention, it's my wife and it's my child she's lost.
Exactly. And you've been out till this hour. What she needs is you in there looking after her.
My wife and our children are my absolute priority.
You're putting your work before Jackie, before Harry, and before Emma.
It's called earning a living.
Oh, Jacqueline would never have lost that child if you hadn't let her go back to work. No wonder she's ended up like this, all the pressure she's been under.
And who was it that left Jackie in charge of great grannies when he was in prison? You think that wasn't pressure? She's not your little girl anymore, Ron. She's my wife.
Then act like a proper husband.
You act like a proper father. If you paid half as much attention to Mike as you pretend to do with Jackie, then he'd have his own place, instead of having his wife and child shacked up with you.
I'm helping him out.
You're doing exactly the opposite. You're keeping them both within easy reach for your own comfort, to justify your own existence. If either of them moved away from this place, moved away from you, you'd fall to pieces, Ron, and you know it.
Don't you dare.
You know the problem with you is? You've got too much time and nothing to do with it. Well, take my advice and get yourself a life, because that's the last time you interfere with mine. Or Jackie's.
Hey, Jim, I'm gonna get off.
You are?
This is between you and her, not me, you and her. It's good luck, all right?
Thanks.
See you, Helen.
Oh, bye, Nicky. I was talking to Ray earlier.
Oh, aye?
Yeah. He was saying how you and I have become friends, but we hardly know each other.
Well, I'll find out as we go along, eh?
Yeah. Go on, then. Tell me a bit about yourself. Your murky past. Don't tell me you haven't got one.
About 50 years' worth. Where do you want me to start?
Oh, you can leave out the boring bits. You're 16. What happened?
Well, I was a kid, doing all the things the kids do, you know. Clubs, drinking, girls. You know what kids are like at that age. I was in a dead-end job, earning peanuts. And by the time I'd handed over my keep to my mum, I was skint. So,
So you thought of ways to supplement your income?
Nice way of putting it, but yeah. Got into trouble with the law. Got into more trouble with the law. It's like a self-fulfilling prophecy, isn't it? You know, the more useless you're told you are, the more you believe it.
You don't think that now, though?
No.
So what was it that changed your mind?
I don't know, life. Experience. Years after I'd left school, I used to bump into these lads from my class, you know, the brainy ones. And suddenly, they weren't brainy anymore. I mean, sure, they had the certificates, you know, and I'm not saying you don't need your little bits of paper, but these lads were as thick as two short ones. Through the 70s, I got what work I could. You know, not that there was much of it around. And the 80s weren't much better, were they? You know, yuppies driving round on their soft tops. While I was walking round with the soles of my shoes flapping. All takes its toll, doesn't it, eh? Plays with your head and stuff. I mean, you try and keep level, don't you? You know, try and cope and, well. So, what about you? Skip the boring bits. You're 16.
What the hell did you say all that for?
Nobody ever stands up to people like him. That's why they think they can say what they like when they like.
People like him? Oh, that's me dad you're talking about.
Yes, and I am your husband. He's too busy standing there telling me how upsetting all this has been for you. He doesn't think for 1 minute that I might have been affected by this. Look, I know that you're the one that's had to go through all this, and I don't need him telling me that. I mean, for God's sake, Jackie, it was my baby too.
I know.
No, I'm sick of this place. Too many memories. Never allowed to forget.
Come on, Max, it's not that bad.
You know, the only chance we've got of surviving is if we leave.
Leave?
The money that we'd spend extending this place would go towards a bigger house.
Yeah, but everyone we know's round here.
Exactly. We need a bit of distance. Help keep things in perspective.
Yeah, but Max...
I've had enough, Jackie. I want out.
I was lucky. Had a normal home life. Or so I thought. Good school. Met my husband. He was studying business management at uni. When he graduated, he got a good job with the bank, and then we spent the next few years travelling around the country while he climbed the career ladder.
How about Stephanie?
Stephanie was born when we were living in Luton. It was years before she came along. Suddenly, I was out of a job and stuck at home for 24 hours with only a baby to talk to. That was tough.
It's the hardest job in the world, being a parent.
It wasn't just that. I was, I don't know, bored. I was desperate for some excitement. Nice home, nice car, nice husband, if I'm honest. But it just wasn't enough.
Sounds more than enough to me.
Then he was offered a job in Southend. 5th move in as many years. I just couldn't do it.
So what'd you do, walk out?
Oh, no. He deserved better than that. We had a long talk. A long, long talk. And in the end, we both realised we wanted different things. He wanted to carry on climbing the ladder, and I wanted...
to stop and smell the roses?
Yeah, something like that.
When me and Jackie split up, I wish I'd handled it different. We didn't, well, we didn't part the best of friends, you know.
Not many people do. Not many people can.
She had a lot to put up with. After all I've been through. Losing my son. Losing my job.
Was that the teaching job you were telling me about?
It took its toll, you know. Well, there's only so much you can put up with before the cracks start to show. Then
you turned over a new leaf and you started again.
Helen. Just the words bipolar manic depression don't exactly trip off the tongue.
Well, it just did.
This is Steve. All right. Your partner. All right. He's the lifter and he's the shifter.
I wasn't even supposed to get pregnant in the first place. You weren't trying.
I thought I had them knocked down depression.
He's not having a party.
I'd let him in prison.
Were you in prison?
Brookie's back 8 o'clock next Wednesday, and tomorrow 5:05. It's the whole week just gone with that Brookside omnibus. Now take a priest, give him a taste of what normal parochial life is, and then send him right back to the grime of Craggy Island. Life's a tease for poor Father Ted.
Jim, you've got to take them.
Beat you to it before you were up.
Oh. So what are you doing?
Taking the pride in my house again.
For Helen's sake?
I'm just sanding the door down. It needs a new varnish, that's all.
Ooh, it looks like nest building to me.
Oh, does it now?
Who'd have thought today? Tim up and out before me. Oh, anyway, gotta go to work. See you later. See you later.
See you, kiddo.
So come on, how's it going with Helen then?
Great.
Well, any developments?
Oh, what with me mate?
Oh, just that, is she?
Nosy old.
Do you think you need to, well, slow down a bit?
Listen, since I got out of hospital, good things have been few and far between, okay?
Yeah, well, that's what I'm getting at. You haven't only just got out of hospital. And, well, you're probably feeling a little bit vulnerable.
Hey, she's asked me to meet Stephanie, her daughter, next week. Wondered if she'll get on with Kyle's.
What day next week?
Thursday.
I need to know exactly.
3rd degree.
Only because it might clash with your hospital appointments.
I've checked. It doesn't.
All right.
You're decent.
What do you want?
Ron, you stayed in bed all yesterday and you're not even poorly.
I'm feeling a bit low, that's all. Jackie's baby and that.
Oh, she'll probably be glad of some company. Why don't you go round?
Is our Mike back yet?
No, he's gone straight to the dental hospital.
Again?
He's seeing if they'll give him some temporary treatment. Otherwise, the bill's going to be over 300 quid.
I'd have paid for them. You know that. Can't even stretch to save him my own son's teeth.
Yeah, well, I might be able to. This arrived in the post. It's from a loan company. I never applied for it. But they said there's a cheque with my name on it already if I want it.
Don't want the bailiffs round here again. Now leave me alone.
I'm starving and there's nothing left.
That Gareth set the law. Hey, have you noticed the resemblance between him and that Cooney what's-it pig?
Can I have crisps then?
Here, get yourself something healthy from the canteen.
I can't find it anywhere. What? Have you seen it? Your school photo? No. Oh, it'll turn up somewhere. Sleep okay? Yeah, why shouldn't I have?
I haven't heard from my dad in ages.
Well, perhaps he's avoiding me. You know, I don't want to badmouth your father, but he can't go around calling me a bad husband.
No, I know you're not. Come here.
Hey. Look, I'm going to ask Rachel to look after these two today.
No, it's a day off.
And you've just had an operation. Do you want me to take the day off?
No, I'm all right.
Jackie?
Max, I'm going to take the kids to see my dad later. Try and clear the air.
Right, well, it might be as good a time as any to tell him we're putting the house on the market.
A good time is as miserable as sin.
We need a brand new start. He'll understand that.
Yeah, well, I'm not sure I do.
I thought you were coming round to the idea.
But it means uprooting him.
Well, that's what moving is.
And the kids have really settled here.
The children are growing up fast. We need more space, Jackie.
And what about the plans for the extension? And Matthew and Emily's trees, you don't want to leave them, surely?
Look, this place has had too many losses, too much heartache. It's time to move on.
Where
I've got to get a cleaner. Where's the phone, bro?
I'm not having some random busybody sniffing through my stuff. If we get one, we need them recommended.
Have we been run the London Underground from our flat?
It's a three-way split.
Three-way?
Me, you and Nish will be all right.
It's you who leaves the lights on all the time. You treat the shower like it's Niagara Falls.
Oh, well, at least you won't have Louise here anymore, draining your lecky.
Oh, Sammy, she's made up to be back at that boarding school with her mates, and you said she was definitely...
She was.
Well, then it's what Louise wants.
Yeah, but it's not what I want. I need her back here with me.
You went to London to see her in person to be convinced that this was the right thing for her.
Yeah.
So it stings a bit, but you'll get over it. The main thing is that Louise is happy.
But I'm not. I hate the fact that Richard dictates how much time I'm able to spend with my own daughter. I mean, he always did hold all the cards.
It was credit cards that lured you there in the first place. Oh, I'm sorry, but...
No, you're right. But I'm paying for it now, aren't I?
I was thinking of asking a few mates over tonight.
What?
You know, a games night. Trivial Pursuits and that. Hey, don't be saying it's nerdy. We did that at Jacko's last week, and Ian's the week before that.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Must be when you done that running on me, mustn't it?
Come on, it'll be a laugh. I'm not cheaper than going to the pub.
Where's Jimmy?
Jimmy this, Jimmy that.
Look, I just don't think he's up to having strangers in his house. And that Helen one. He's getting all a bit excited about it as it is.
Oh, is she?
Jay, I saw them kissing.
With thumbs? What does he want? The shirt off me back?
Jay.
Have you got a minute?
Sorry, I've got a lecture, mate.
Right, be quick, 'cause I've got a shift at the bar.
Just a sec then. I was going to come round, only, well, it looks as though he's going to be there all day.
Why? Something...
No, not really. No, it's just that, well, Jimmy's seeing a lot of Helen, isn't he, really?
Well, they're getting on like a house on fire. Oh, sorry.
But you think they're seeing too much of each other, like they're getting on a bit too fast?
They're not teenagers.
Well, Jimmy's a decent fella, but she doesn't know the half of it. I mean, after all these years, I've got my daughter back into my life, and all she wants to do is see more of him than she does of me.
You know, it sounds like jealousy to me.
Oh, no. It's just concern, lad. Just concern in case Helen gets hurt, you know.
Yeah, and Jimmy. I mean, if he just slowed down a little bit, not got too involved. He's already reading all kinds into meeting a daughter next week.
He's Missy Stephanie. But I haven't met Stephanie yet. I'm her granddad.
I just don't want Jimmy setting himself up for a big fall, because he couldn't handle it.
Oh, well, he hasn't told her then yet, eh? Well, I'll have to have a word then.
Look, are you coming or are you staying for this mother's meeting?
I'll see you then.
Dad? What's going on? Rach said you stayed in bed all day yesterday. Why aren't you up?
You've done a lot of prep there.
Oh, I thought I'd impress you, Raymundo. I've taken him right back to the wood.
A slight key would have sufficed.
Oh. Fancy a cuppa?
No, thanks, no. I just came over to have a chat, you know. Nicky was saying that you and Helen were rubbing on quite nicely.
I haven't told her yet.
You haven't had enough opportunities?
It's not through want of trying. Look, I haven't set out to deceive her. It's just the words bipolar manic depression don't exactly trip off the tongue.
Well, they just did.
Okay. Well, next time, I promise.
About time! I've been waiting for them all morning. Over here, number 6. Come on.
I'll get up when Josh comes.
But Harry and Emma are downstairs with Rachel. Don't you want to see them?
No.
Your own grandkids? Oh, come on, Dad. I know you're feeling down and you're missing Anthea, and what with the knockback you've had from the bank.
I'd like to be left alone.
No, Dad. Get up and spend some time with your family. It'll make you feel better. Hey, I'll tell you what. I've got a pile of iron in there. It's got your name on it.
Don't you patronise me.
You said it was therapeutic.
You think the same as Max does.
What?
That I'm useless.
I don't.
Too much time on my hands, no life.
Max didn't mean a word of that.
Yeah, well, he's a good liar then.
He was just upset, all right?
Ironing and babysitting, eh? That's all I'm good for, innit? That's all I've got left in my life.
What was it you said the other day about your family being the most important thing to you?
Till I got it all thrown back in my face. I thought I was a good dad looking out for you and Al, Michael. But it seems I'm just some overbearing Al pensioner. Lonely, desperate.
Do you know what? I'm not going to listen to you anymore. How dare you lie there wallowing in your own self-pity after what me and Max have just gone through? We've lost our baby and you're attacking us.
Love, I didn't mean to.
Laying on the big guilt trip. Do you not think that I feel like going to bed and just giving up, eh? What about all my hassle? The stress and the grief? You know, I've taken too much on at work, but there's no going back. The bar looks like it'll never break even. I've been left without a manager at the health club. And then to top it all, Max wants us to move house.
You're moving?
Well, Max wants us to.
I've heard enough.
I didn't say I wanted to.
No, but he'll get his way, won't he? Because he always does.
We've only just started thinking about it.
Everyone leaves me in the end.
Dad.
Here come Bert and Ernie. You the lifter and shifter?
Yeah, that's me. And this is Steve.
All right.
Your partner.
All right. Who's the lifter and who's the shifter?
How much needs shifting? And how much of the folding stuff?
Used to manual labour, are you?
I used to be a brickie, yeah.
You got about a day's graft then. It's all in bags round the back.
Oh, nice one.
It's waste from the knock-throughs we've done. 500 do you? For the job, yeah, all up.
That's about me going right.
Where are we going to dump it?
Nick Jono's garden.
Here's a ton up front. You get the rest when you're finished. Got to be done by tonight, lads.
Deal?
I'll take you round the back. Of the house. Yeah? Put your backs into it, you'll be home for countdown.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
Well, stand by the looks of it.
Optimism, I like it.
250 quid for this.
Don't forget that lot. Ducky.
Later, eh?
I see Gareth the Gannet's been round then.
Where's Anthony?
I haven't seen him. Is he with Adele?
Well, she's not here. And she wouldn't want him with a plain gooseberry anyhow. Was he at school?
I haven't seen him all day.
He's usually back by now.
See? I told you to get it all done.
About 50 trips. Back to McDonald's looks like a landfill. And you got to ask that Blair to us, shall I?
Right. That'll be 400 quid, you know, is that, mate?
Not yet, lads.
No, not part of the deal.
Deal was you'd shift the lot all up.
Yeah, not that lot.
Where's the remote? I always put it by the video, the big ape. But how'd he like if they went round to his house and started shifting his stuff about?
Thank God for that. What? Where have you been? Only around me mates.
What, mates?
You know, Carl from form class. Who's Carl? I just said. You could have phoned. I wasn't going to stay that long, but we got into his computer and then his mum made our tea.
Well, let us know next time.
He's worried when I haven't got mates. You're worried when I have got mates. Will you stop worrying?
Finished, have you?
You know we have.
About time, too.
Now just give us the money, eh?
Pleasure doing business with you.
We gonna let him get away with that?
Just watch.
Soon be finished, eh? Hiya. Hiya.
I was going to come and visit you at the hospital, but I thought it might seem, I don't know, a bit formal.
Oh, right.
Really sorry, Jackie, about the baby. You must be devastated, you and Max.
Life goes on, eh?
I hope you don't mind, but my mum lit a candle. We've still got this gorgeous pair, eh? Sorry, I know that doesn't help. Nothing can. I know what you're going through, though. I really do. Not one day goes by that I don't think about the baby I lost. And every month I'm hoping and praying that this will be the one and I'll be pregnant again.
Not this time, though.
I wasn't even supposed to get pregnant in the first place.
You weren't trying.
I was on the pill. Can you believe it? I'd slipped through the net.
Especially for you, ducky.
Yeah, nice one. That was brilliant.
Ron, you've got to get up now. It ain't natural staying in bed all day. Look, Josh is running rings around me. You've got to help me out. Mike's gone to work and I'm trying to feed Beth.
Okay, okay.
The rat man tried and the rat man failed. No one, man nor beast, gets run over on O'Leary and Murray.
Yeah, I think we can strike him off our satisfied customers list.
Definitely. Well struck off and well struck.
Oh, my back's done in here.
I don't think I did more, though, giving him one.
Oh, I gave him one, did you?
Hey, there's only one lady I give one to. It's our wedding anniversary tomorrow.
Also a double celebration. Might as well leave this stuff in the back till tomorrow. Get ourselves a ton of ale.
Oh, is right, lad.
Is right.
Some women shouldn't be allowed to breed.
Di, I'm sure Jackie didn't mean it to come out like that.
She was almost flaunting it.
But I can't imagine she'd be pleased.
She didn't want the baby in the first place.
Did she say that?
Why else does a woman go on the pill? She knows well enough what I'm going through. It's so unfair, Marty.
Di, let's not spoil his mood. There's plenty more ice cream if you want it.
Oh,
What's that you've got there?
oh, it's just our Steve's road map. Hey, did you know that there was 215 miles between Liverpool and London?
And your point is?
Well, Imelda must have really wanted to run away if she wanted to go that far.
If it makes him happy and he's getting mates.
So that's all, will ya?
Oh, it's not quite dry. I only did the last coat about an hour ago. Stop your moaning, will ya?
You didn't move your hand then, Jerome. You're cheating.
Hey, I'm not. Look, just get on with it, you.
There are easier ways to have sex in public.
You open legs.
Right. Mings.
We're not calling them mings.
White and green. Meths. Left foot yellow. You know what our team's called. Oh, God. Maybe it's green.
Out in some
You're not having a party?
Hey, there's no way I'm subbing meal to a load of students.
Oh, team.
There you go. Yeah, we'll have to get some more supplies. Is it okay if we ask a few mates round?
What's the occasion?
Victory.
Yeah, fine by me.
Can you get some of your beauty coach mates over?
Yeah? Oh, they'll all probably be with the fellas.
Hey, I'll see what Helen's up to. Mind your backs. Shift.
Oh.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Josh,
6,
stop that now.
7, one word for you and he doesn't seem pleased.
again now. Josh!
I've got to beat me record. The builders won't be working at this time.
2. They're not working at any time.
Well, leave them a message. And Josh, you're upsetting Becky. Stop doing that.
God bless Agro in flaming prison.
Were you in prison?
Just a turn of phrase, son. Just.
1.
Ah, yes, hello.
When's he going back?
It's way hot in here. Now listen, some of your blokes dropped a cement
Becky managed to find a childminder who's going to look after him from 4 till 11 every night.
Brookside
2,
close.
3, sit down. You're going to make yourself sick.
Hi, go ahead.
My day off, I'm going to make him
Now
take me
listen to
out.
me.
I deserve
I
it.
don't know what sort of shambolic business you think you're running. But it seems to me that it's well, it's a bit of a shambles, that's all. The full compliment. You'll hear from me, do you understand?
It's black and eat
It's
it.
beeping at me again.
You can.
Hey, that's loud enough to be next door, isn't it?
Can't see it coming from Jackie's. Whoa, sensei.
Now, Josh, behave yourself.
I thought I'd them knocked down depression.
Oh, 2 peas in a pod, eh? You've lost your fella and I've lost my daughter.
Not the same.
Yeah, but we're both suffering loss.
Hang on, you can see it at weekends and half term and Christmas.
Good old Dick. I mean, I'm a mum, for God's sake. He's not even a real dad.
Is this about welfare or warfare?
Eh?
Louisa's welfare, who's actually doing all right, or more about you hating your ex-fella?
Louise comes first.
Then let it lie.
But she's been swayed by all the trappings. Is money the high life?
She's a mother's daughter, all right.
Yeah, well, I've grown out of all that.
Because you can't afford it.
No, because I've come to realise how important it is to have my family around me. I found my sister again and I want my daughter back. Is that so bad? To want the ones that I most love by my side?
No, but the decision's been made. Game over.
Oh, it's far from over.
Goes like that. Bosh.
Helen couldn't make it. Couldn't get a babysitter.
Hey, you should have seen his face, though.
I know, yeah, he was a little weasel. He had the nerve to call us shirtlifters, and he's the one with the big YMCA muzzy.
The dodo, didn't you, eh? Smooth that, lad!
Is right, lad.
Hey, I haven't seen Jimmy like this in ages. Do you reckon that Helen one's got anything to do with it?
Why do you think he's acting so daft?
Must be doing something right for him.
That only leads him getting disappointed.
No, he's out to join today.
No, you're acting daft. So come on, what's going on with this promo of yours, sis?
I mean, the salon's great, isn't that? And there's only pensioners in every Tuesday, but it's another bus ride away.
Oh, an extra £1.10 a day.
It's more, Josh.
Oh, good. What's an extra bus ride in the greater scheme of things?
Dad reckons I should go for it. She never had that fast track in her day. But I secretly think that she'd just like to see the back of me, you know, because of my success.
Well, I think Diane's right. Well, it's not to me or her, is it? It's up to you.
Wanna dance?
What's up?
Look, will you just forget about him and let him get on with it? You know, like, do you want to snog?
Right then.
Hey, I'm well on my way to buy me tuning gear. What are you going to spend yours on?
He can spend his word on me anytime.
Ooh, is that a promise? You know, while Jimmy's living his life, you're putting yours on hold.
No, all right.
Nick.
Yeah.
You know when I did leave and I missed you, you know?
What?
But I had a laugh and all.
Charm.
No, what I'm saying is, I found my mates again. I saw the life that we should be living. Look, take Jacko there. He spent Easter in Goa. Reckoned it cost him £3 a day to live. That's food and accommodation. He had a boss time, met loads of new people. He had his eyes wide open. And what did we do over Easter?
I can't remember now.
Exactly. Same thing, day in, day out.
So what are you saying, Jay?
I don't know. That we should get out a bit more, see the bigger picture.
I like this one for now.
I'm going over.
No, look, Marty's on the case. Hey, we'll have to make sure we get the extension double glazed.
What is this place coming to? This is a sign, Jackie. Loud and clear. Must move house.
We are not moving anywhere, Max. Not the state me dad's in.
I can't believe Beth's sleeping through this. I'm wrong.
I should have a word with them. Josh, shush! But Nicky and Jerome are annoyed with me as it is. And Jessie will be livid when she comes back from the bingo, especially if she's lost.
What time does Beth let you stay up till?
Lassies and takings. After last dance and the takings.
I can't stand this racket anymore. This house has never been me castle. It's that flaming corker, innit? It looks like a party. Blooming hooligans. They're probably mates of Tim's with nothing better to do. What are their parents thinking about letting them litter the place? I hope they're coming over. What? Yeah, look, they're flipping scrapping now. It's happening again, I don't believe it.
What?
We're going to get terrorised, I know we are.
Calm down, it's only a few kids.
Have you called the police? God, I'm calling the police. I can't go through this again.
You're wasting their time.
You can't do that. You can't get Emily and Nicky into bother.
Yeah, you've just been oversensitive.
Bang! You dead meat, granddads.
Put that down, Jimmy! Put that down!
No, there's no need for that.
It's just like the last time. The party. Soto's face at the window. The threats. The night I used the gun.
Ron!
I gotta get out. I can't live in this house anymore. Our Jacqueline might be moving, but not before me.
He don't want to get out of bed again. I think that party last night really got to him.
Dean! Come and have a look at this.
Why do you automatically assume we're having sex just because we're seeing each other?
It's great, isn't it? The more we get to know each other, the better it gets. Oh.
Well, if you've got things going on inside your head, you can tell us.
You don't approve of me going out with your daughter.
That's tomorrow's Brookside at 8 o'clock. Next up, beneath a clutter, garish colour and smelly dog, there's a quaint stone cottage in Staffordshire, just waiting to be sold.
Steve! Come and have a look at this.
Ron?
What's all the shouting for?
Good party, was it?
Yeah, sound. Hope the music didn't keep you awake.
Nah, I didn't hear the music. It was drowned out by all the laughing and shouting.
Please get out of that bed. This is the 5th time I've called you.
Your noise must have upset someone.
How do you mean?
Well, why else would they have let all Tim's tyres down?
Hardy.
Ron, have you remembered you're looking after Josh today?
I'm not up to it, love. Will you tell Bev I'm sorry? She'd have to make other arrangements.
It's not on, you know. Letting his tyres down.
Serves him right. Any sign of Aradel?
I've shouted her 5 times. It was 12:30 before she came in, you know. Then she was on the phone for ages.
Adele! Out of bed, now!
No way is she out of that bed. It was 1:30 when I had to tell her to get off.
Who was she talking to? That Gareth?
Sounds like.
Look, it was on his bill.
I'd rather pay for a long call than see her out in the streets with him.
Or any other lad.
You sound like my dad. Bet there's a few fathers out there worried about that Marty who was after their daughter.
I don't mind her having a life or going out with the lads, just so long as we know that she's being careful this time. I couldn't face going through all that abortion business again.
You're not the only one.
So do you think she is being careful?
Well, I'm pretty sure she's learned a lesson. I'd be amazed if she wasn't.
Think it's worth checking with her?
Yeah, I suppose so.
Hey, can you imagine me going round to that Garrison kicking off because he got my daughter pregnant? I mean, the size of him, I wouldn't stand a chance. Adele, for the 7th time, can you get out of bed now?
I'm up, Anna.
I knew we should have got rid of this lot last night.
You were too keen to the ale. I can't believe they let all 4 down.
It's going to be murder with all this weight on.
Yeah, we can't take it over to Jono's. Carry it bag by bag in broad daylight.
When you start, I'll get the coffees.
I've never known Ron to be like that before. That party must have tipped him over the edge.
Well, he's been through a massive amount recently. He'll be mentally exhausted.
I was trying to gee him up.
Oh, he'll come round in his own good time. Anyway, shouldn't you be thinking about yourself? You said Helen was going to pop round later. You ought to get dressed.
Oh, it'll take long.
Is she coming for anything special?
No. She said she might say hello, you know, on the way to see Jimmy.
Now, don't you start interfering between the pair of them. She won't thank you for that.
Hey, should you be doing that?
Oh, I go mental later if I don't do something.
If you've got time, can you fall round in a bit?
Oh, why is it me dad?
He don't want to get out of bed again. I think that party last night really got to him.
Well, should I come now?
No, give it half an hour. He's supposed to be looking after Josh, but he says he's not up to it. I've told Bev that I'll do it instead, you know, with it being such short notice.
Well, maybe he'll get it when Josh comes. Might cheer him up having him around, you know, take his mind off things.
I won't bet on it. I'll see you later.
OK, I'll get Max to look after her too.
Right. You take it easy.
I'm OK.
You're being really brave, you know. I'd have been in bits losing a baby like that.
Yeah, well, just got to take each day as it comes, haven't I? That's all I can do.
See you later.
See ya.
Hiya. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to creep up on you like that.
It's OK. How come you're around here?
I came to see you. I wanted your advice.
Now, if you do speak to Helen and Jimmy comes up in conversation, you make sure you tread very carefully. You've barely been back in her life 6 months, and she might not want you interfering in her private business.
I won't be interfering.
I know you.
Look, Jimmy has had a mental illness, and he hasn't bothered telling her about it, and I think she should know about it, that's all.
Well, don't you think he's got a right to tell her in his own good time?
Which might be never. We don't know, do we? Look, I don't want to have a conscience about this when a big problem somewhere down the line happens and I have to say, well, I knew about it at the time. Listen, I was on that roof, you know, with Jimmy at that school, and I know how bad it can be.
Depending on what you say, I mightn't be able to go into work today or tomorrow.
Why? What's the problem?
It's Louise.
Was she ill or something?
Well, you know she's back down in London living with Richard.
Yeah.
Well, that's not right, is it? I mean, she should be back here with me. I'm her mum.
But what's that got to do with me, though?
Well, I want to go down there and see if I can talk some sense into her and bring her back with me.
All right, so you're not looking for advice, you just want time off?
Oh, no, I do want to know what you think.
But what about?
Well, Richard's not a real dad and he's looking after her. You know, the same way you're looking after someone else's children.
Yeah, but Sammy, it's not exactly the same situation, is it? I mean, I'm married to Max and we live together with the kids.
I know. I'm just dead confused about why I want her back with me and whether it's the right thing for her.
Look, do you mind to make myself a coffee?
Don't put too much pressure in, will you?
Too much pressure? I'll explode before the tyre does.
Who do you reckon done it?
Don't know, one of those uni planks. Jay's mate's having a laugh.
And how come you're not laughing?
You won't be either when it's your turn.
Look at the state of it in here.
I'll tell you what. I'll put the kettle on. You start the cleaning.
I'm gonna have one leg bigger than the other here.
I'll have a blow for a minute and eat your toast.
Is this pump working?
Yes. There's just some rubble in the back. You're probably trying to lift that more.
Do us a favour. I'll take a few bags off lighting the load, eh?
Tim!
Hiya.
Come in here, will ya?
I'm busy.
I said come in here.
What for?
Because this place is a tip and it needs cleaning up.
Yeah, but I'm doing this.
Steve can do that. You're helping me. Now!
Under the thumb or what?
Sounds like you're more bothered about Richard than Louise.
I don't mean to be.
But it's like you want to go down there to punish him or something for splitting up with you. Not necessarily because it'll be the best thing for Louise.
Yeah, but the hard thing is she's always been really happy with him, but she's not his. I mean, you'll know. Can you really love someone else's kid like your own?
Well, to start with, maybe you do wonder. But the longer it goes on, I think you get so close to them, you can love them that much, yeah?
Oh, I just can't come to terms with that, though. I mean, if I let Louise stay with Richard, I'll just feel like I'm giving her away. I mean, you can understand that, can't you?
Because I did the same thing with Harry, you mean?
Oh, I'm not being funny or having a go at you, honest. I just don't know what to do or who to ask. I mean, how did you deal with that?
Well, the same way you are. By going over and over it in your head. Calling myself all kinds for doing it. It's got to be the hardest thing in the world.
I'm really trying not to be selfish, and I don't want to go down there kicking off for the sake of it. But I can't carry on like I am, doing nothing.
So how long do you think you'll need off work, then?
Hi, Mart. Hope we didn't disturb your beauty sleep last night.
Not enough for me to let their tyres down. Hey, bit of notice would have been good. I could have bought myself some earplugs.
Hey, your Steve was as bad as the rest of us.
You all can believe that. I blame the parents.
So do I.
How long are you planning to keep me waiting for the milk?
Oh, sorry, love. I was just gabbing about the noisy neighbours.
I don't mind people having noisy parties. The worst thing is not being invited and just have to lie there listening to other people enjoying themselves. You're going to be late, you know.
Hey, never mind you two listening to other people enjoying themselves through the bedroom wall. I've had my fair share of that to put up with, you know. Coming through from yours.
I didn't need to know that, Jim.
I hope you're not leaving that lot there, sunshine.
We're working on it.
Yeah, well, this place isn't a tip, you know.
On and on.
Had me worried there. Thought he was going to jump in the van, get us to take him to Newcastle.
How's it going?
Look at me leg. Won't stop wobbling.
Look at you, eh? You've had a DIY knee trembler.
Hey, don't be sneaking off. The job's not even half done yet. Move down, will you?
Get back under that thumb, lad.
Hey, do you have to carry on like that in front of Steve?
Oh, sorry, Hobby dear. I forgot my place for a moment then.
No, I wasn't saying that.
Tim, I love you, but I've got to go to work now, and I am not coming home to a pigsty.
Yeah, well, you won't.
Oh, so you're going to clean the bog then?
You what?
You haven't got a clue, have you? Well, let me tell you then. I'll do it for you because I love you. But all them lads that were on last night, well, after they'd had a few too many, they kind of lost their aim. So, you can.
What are you trying to say?
Me and your dad have been wondering, are you seeing lads again?
Yeah.
Well, we were wondering, you know... I said I'd ask you about sex, OK?
It's OK by me. What did you want to know?
My mother
father would have died on the spot if I'd said that to her.
Suppose you want to know if we're taking precautions.
In a nutshell, yeah. Now you're knocking around with Gareth.
Why do you automatically assume we're having sex just because we're seeing each other?
That's not what I meant.
I'm glad you think so highly of me.
We just want to be sure you're taking care of yourself.
You might as well call me a slag to me face.
Rachel said that party last night upset you.
That was last night.
Well, she said that Ray thought it was like it had taken you back to the night you shot Clint. Like you were living through it all over again.
What would Ray know?
Nothing. I mean, OK, any of us could understand how it could you mind you. But even Jessie doesn't think you've got the flu.
Oh, she's a doctor now, is she?
No, she's someone who cares. Like Ray is, and Rachel, and me. And if you've got things going on inside your head, you can tell us. Because the sooner we know the score, we can start to help you.
There's nothing wrong with me apart from the flu.
Dad, you'll do yourself no good hiding away like this. I mean, what are you planning on doing, staying up here forever?
I'm not listening. And I'm not going to listen, all right? And I don't care what any of you think. Just leave me be, will you? Just leave me be.
We're not saying we don't trust you.
If you want to know what precautions I'm taking when I have sex, like I'm doing it with every lad I meet.
Well, you might be, for all I know.
Oh, thanks. You do think I'm a slag?
Right, who's walking around?
We'll follow you.
Well, you're not going to be long, will you, Dan? Wait for you.
I said we'll follow you.
She's talking to me about stuff. You know, precautions.
Oh, right, yeah. See you later.
Can I say what I was trying to say? All I want to be sure of is that you're taking good care of yourself. You're growing up fast, you know, and you're a lovely-looking girl. You'll have all kinds of lads throwing themselves at you, not just this Gareth. And you don't want to blow the rest of your life for one unprotected fling, do you?
One more, you mean?
OK, one more then. Look, this isn't just about getting pregnant. It's about protecting yourself against HIV and any one of a dozen other diseases you can catch.
We did all about STDs in school.
That's more than we ever did.
Well, you were told by nuns. What would they know about having sex?
Enough to know we shouldn't have been doing it till we were married.
And did you? Save yourself, I mean.
I think that's my business, don't you?
Well, how's it different to my sex life being my business?
Because that information only travels one way. Look, that's just the way it works, OK? All I want to do is be sure you're taking care of yourself.
Well, you can tell me, Dad, to stop worrying. I might have been stupid once, but I've learnt a lot of big lessons this year. And not just about taking precautions in the first place.
What else, then?
What about how my decisions can affect other people? Like you and me dad. That day he took me to the abortion clinic. It was one of the saddest days of his life, wasn't it?
It was, yeah. Because up till then you'd always been his little girl. Then all of a sudden the real world had hit you right between the eyes, hadn't it? With a vengeance.
I never want to put him through anything like that again. Or you.
Oh. Aye, it's Mrs. Mop.
Haven't you finished yet?
Oh, it's going to take all day at this rate with only one man on the job.
Why don't we just leave this lot where it is?
Oh, Jimmy would love that, wouldn't he? He said he didn't want the police looking at tip.
I'm not talking tip. I'm talking rockery.
Get out of it.
Why not? We're stuff for getting around the back of McDonald's now. We could leave a pile here and a stack around the side for spare. Jimmy will be made up.
And are you sure that's what he wants?
Yeah, he mentioned it once when watching something on the telly. Anyway, he said we could do the house up how we liked. He never said not to touch the garden.
I am looking after myself, I promise. I mean, there's no way I'm going to Iron Apple like some ignorant little kid.
I suppose Gareth's making plans. Go on holiday with you as well now.
Gareth? No way. We're not married.
I'd love to have a chat with you and Jimmy, but the way things are with Ron after last night, you know...
I understand. I better go and see if Jimmy's remembered that I'm coming.
Oh, I'm sure he will have. Hey, how are things going between you two?
Oh, yeah? Good. Well, better than good, really. We're becoming really good friends. He's such a nice fella. I feel like I've struck really lucky finding you first and then him. Must be something in the stars. Anyway, I'll see you.
I presume you couldn't budge him. Well, there was no way he was going to listen to me. That party must have really got to him.
He was in a total state, honest. He was just really overreacting.
Do you know what? It's like all the fight's gone out of him.
Maybe he just needs time.
I know he shouldn't be shutting himself away like this.
Or maybe he's had enough of the world.
Well, what do you mean? You think he might be suicidal or something?
Well, not necessarily yet. But if something small like that party can get to him, what happens if something really bad happens?
I know. Well, listen, Rach, thanks for keeping an eye on him. I really appreciate it. I'm going to speak to Max, see what he thinks we should do.
Well, I'll let you know if he gets any worse. It's hard to tell what his mind's going to do, isn't it?
I know.
Dad, I'm going now, so I'll see you later.
There must be something we can do for him.
Yeah, but what, though?
I haven't got a clue. He might even need professional help, maybe. See ya.
Get inside and I'll do you the proper cup of coffee.
Go on, then.
Hey, I thought you were shifting that lot.
No, it's the base. You know, the foundations, like.
For what?
For that rockery that you said you wanted.
You really are into your gardening, then?
Garden, hey? Charlie Dimmock's got nothing on me, kid. You know? Sorry about this. You have to take us as you find us.
That's what I always say when we've got visitors.
Right, I'll get that coffee on. Make yourself at home.
Been looking forward to another little chat. Find out some more of your dark secrets.
The Scally past, you mean? I'm not exactly proud of it, you know.
Yeah, well, maybe not. Can't go back and live it again, though, can you?
If only, eh? When I think back to what I was like, if it fell off the back of a lorry, I was always there, ready to take my chances. It's like I was stuck in this cycle, doing a job here, doing a job there, and never being able to see my way out of it. I was never into violence, though, you know, not the way they are these days. I mean, shooting someone for a mobile, that's madness.
You must have seen some pretty bad things, though, eh?
Oh, yeah. My fair share. Now, I'm not saying I was whiter than white, but if someone needed a smack, they got it. But it was never using violence for the sake of it.
And what did Jackie, what did she think of all this?
She turned a blind eye most of the time. Had a good moan when it suited her.
Lived off the spoils by the sounds of it.
She never complained.
Mate, I haven't seen you on telly.
You what?
On Crime Watch.
Oh, you must think I'm a right no mark.
As I say, you can't go back and live it again, can you? No matter how much you'd like to.
So is that what you'd like to do yourself?
Well, I wish I hadn't spent so many years going nowhere, getting totally bored. Bored of Clive, Clive and his fishing, Clive and his crossword books, Clive and his precious little cotton.
Oh, right. You're not into gardening, then?
Not really, no.
There's the result. Neither am I. I was all blag about the rockery before.
Oh, I can't just a word you say, can I?
So, you staying for lunch or what?
Oh, I'd love to. I've barely got time for the coffee.
Oh, right.
I've got to get Steph. Take her to the dentist.
Oh, OK, yeah. Well, you don't want to be late, do you? They charge you these days, thieving melts. Maybe we could have lunch another time.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
Sounds great to me.
It's great, isn't it? The more we get to know each other, the better it gets. Oh. Don't you think?
Yeah, I do. Do you think we were fated to meet each other?
Yeah, why not? And better still, to like each other.
You sound pretty keen. I'm not that special, am I?
Well, I'm probably saying more than I should here, but the more I find out about you, the more special I think you are, yeah?
That's the rearranged staff rota. Everyone was really good about me taking time off.
Well, I hope you make the most of it.
I will, I promise. Anyway, I'll get off, eh? The sooner I'm gone, the quicker I'll get back.
This staff rota's definitely sorted.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about a thing.
You're the one who's gonna have to worry.
Oh, about what Richard will say?
I was thinking more about what Louise will say.
Yeah, but when it comes down to it, she's a kid. She'll do what I think's best for her in the end. Anyway, thanks again. I'll see ya.
See ya.
Josh, what are you doing? I'm making a slide. What, down the stairs on the hanging board? No way, you'll do yourself an injury. I won't. Josh, you wake your granddad up. He's lying in bed with flu, remember? Now get downstairs and play nicely.
That's a lot. Nice one. How's the leg?
Like jelly. How's the rockery doing?
Yeah, it's getting there. Oh, there we go. Another moan about the party.
I'm going to be asking you to get that look cleaned up.
Yeah, and I've had enough of cleaning for today.
Yeah?
Next time you have a flat tire, give us a shout, will you? I've got one of those mini compressors. They pump them up in no time. They're great. They take all the sweat out of it. They're fantastic.
Hello, Raimundo.
Oh, hiya.
What's that?
It only needs a bit of soil.
Yeah, a few plants. A little bit of a water feature. Charlie Dimmock could be proud of that.
Can I have a word?
Well, Charlie, you're Dimmicks in a minute. Get that lot lifted and shifted. Go ahead.
Yeah, but you said we could do what we liked to the house.
Oh, right, I see. So it was my idea in the first place?
Yeah, of course.
I should have known. Step in, Ray.
I can say what I've come to say for me. I'm not being fobbed off.
I know what you're going to say. No more noisy parties.
No? I've come to talk to you about Helen.
Oh, right. Well, you better step in. I'm not talking in front of Noddy and Big Ears there. And don't think I haven't seen what you've dumped round the side of that house. You can get that lot lifted and shifted instead. Go ahead. Go ahead, you pair of nuisances. Come on, mate. So, you don't approve of me going out with your daughter? Is that what you're going to say? Well, tough, Ray. Helen's a grown woman. She can make up her own mind. She doesn't need you holding her hand for her.
She does if you're not being truthful with her.
Oh, we're not being truthful?
Look, you're making this very embarrassing for me.
Don't be embarrassed on my account. Just say what you've got to say.
You haven't told Helen you've been ill, have you?
She knows I had mumps at school. We were laughing about it the other day.
I'm talking about your depression. You haven't told her about that, have you?
No.
Why not? Are you scared she'll think differently of you?
No. It's because there hasn't been the right moment.
You think it's right to keep it in the dark?
It hasn't come up yet, that's all.
I think it's about time it did. Because I think she's got a right to know about something as serious as that. Well, I'll tell you something. If you don't tell her, I will.
I've got a bit of a mercy dash for you. Now, it's not going to be easy, and you're not going to get your reward in heaven.
Corkill! Flaming corkill!
Oh, it's all right. Wind your neck in. It's our study hour. Not a problem. Just my luck. Ray deciding he wants to play dad after 40-odd years.
Your back's killing.
Oh, great. Careful.
Emily's got Tim just where she wants him in tomorrow's Brookside at 8:30. A storm and a double decap next tonight on 4 when a young woman fulfills her dreams of having bigger boobs. For 10 days only.
All done and dusted?
Done in and busted. Thanks for your help. Not.
Lifter and shifter. Singular. Post there for you. You should have shifted all that yesterday instead of leaving me with that eyesore out there.
It's a rockery.
Mockery, more like.
It's an anniversary card off my mum. Tenner.
Listen, your first wedding, what's it, is paper. If you want to score a brownie point with your missus.
You know, she'll have to settle for a copy of the Echo.
Out celebrating tonight, are you?
You know, I promised them a meal in town. Oh, I'm all in. What I really want is an early night. Are you okay, Jim?
Chickadee boo, kid.
Leave them.
It is like a morgue in here. It's not like you to be untidy.
Look, leave them. I'll do it later.
Dad, come on, it's nearly 5:30. You'll never sleep tonight, you know. Why don't you get up and have a shower? It might buck you up. You can't just stay in bed all day.
Why not? Your mother did. And it's only taken me 8 years to understand how she felt.
Well, what do you mean?
I wanted to shake it out of her. I told her to count her blessings. Even told her the shower might buck her up.
And maybe you were right.
She just lay there, like a big useless lump. I could have cheerfully throttled her.
Dad, just come downstairs. You've got to have something to eat.
Nah, I'm not hungry.
Well, at least have a change of scene.
Can't face it.
Dad, I hate seeing you like this.
Your sympathy will soon wear thin. First you get bored, then you lose your rag. Just like I did with Dee Dee.
Anyone home? Hello? Brilliant. We've got the place to ourselves.
How long's he been like that?
Oh, leave him alone. He's having 40 winks.
10. One of them power naps.
So, posh restaurant tonight, is it, eh?
Yeah. I love getting all dressed up. Only sometimes I feel like saying, hey, love, swap that lonely roasty there for a plate of egg and chips.
Nouvelle cuisine. King Nouvelle's clones, if you ask me. Well, I don't know. Call yourself a beautician. You won't get a pair of tweezers up that hooter.
Oh, leave him alone. He's perfect.
Give it 6 months and you'll be able to plait that.
Josh, do mine and Ace. Don't encourage him there. I'm bored. Yeah, well, the starving children in Africa, they're too hungry to be bored.
I'm so bored, I'm gonna explode.
Don't sit on your stool and read.
Will you pay me for clear some tables?
Oh, many Richard Branson now. Go and read.
Can I go upstairs and watch telly?
No, you can't.
Why not?
Well, not till Bella gets here. Why? Because I'll tell you why. Some social worker will whisk you off to an orphanage and I'll get thrown in jail.
Then, can I watch telly?
Oh, he's not going to be here for much longer. The childminder's on the way.
Well, I just need a favour off you, actually.
Hey, Josh, come with me. You can tell me your jokes, and if I laugh right, I'll give you 5 pence. Well, I'm all ears.
It's me, Dad.
What's wrong with him?
He's really down.
Well, he's got a lot to adjust to.
Yeah, but it's like he's given up.
Poor man.
Bev, it's horrible. He's dirty. He won't even get out of bed. I can't even get his pyjamas off him to stick them in the wash.
Ew, too much information.
Would you go round and see him?
Me? The walking disaster?
Yeah, well, you might be able to get through to him. Help him.
Sleep with him, you mean?
What?
Oh, come on, then. How much would you pay me to let him give me one? Oh, come on. The girl's got to earn a living.
You make a joke out of everything, you.
If only.
Well, will you go and see him?
I'll think about it.
Well, I'm not going to beg you. I thought you were his mate, that's all.
Charming.
I couldn't half go for a bag of chips.
Out for the count.
That's typical of him.
I'll be fair, he is a grafter.
Are you okay?
I wish. Well, something Ray said about help.
Go on.
It'll keep.
Later then, yeah.
Just the man.
Don't like the sound of that.
I've got a bit of a mercy dash for you. Now, it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be pleasant, and you're not going to get your reward in heaven.
What?
Ron Dixon. He's hit rock bottom, according to his entrepreneur daughter, doing an ostrich number.
Well, he's not going to want to see me.
Yeah, but you're the only one who understands.
Oh, what? The only other jailbird?
Exactly. I'd do it myself, only I'm in childcare hell. Oh, Jimmy, go on. Make a horrible old man slightly less unhappy. You know it makes absolutely no sense whatsoever.
Yes, perfect timing or what?
What are you doing here?
I've got my own room upstairs, bed and everything.
I thought you were working. It's Leslie. We're testing each other.
What? Where's your lashings of ginger beer?
Don't mind us.
Oh, come on, you two will never finish that lot. Anyway, Leslie could do with losing a few pounds. Turn into a right chub of that one.
in if you want.
Get lost, you stink.
Yeah, it's good on a sweat there. Been grafting all day.
Fly tipping. Anyway, where did you put it all?
Found the site 5 minutes away. I just topped up there, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, easy with that.
Do you want a night to remember or not? Good.
Doing a John and Yoker, I believe.
You? Wasn't no way.
Me and your dad have more in common than you'd like to think.
Where's mine?
I dropped a couple. You can have them.
I'm starving up here. Sounds like Leslie's been on the hormone treatment.
So it's Gareth. Big deal.
Yeah, it is actually. On your own, playing doctors and nurses.
You're so small-minded.
No, I'm a fella, and so's he.
We've been revising.
So what's wrong with down here?
Where you going?
To Marcus' card.
Cheers. Remind me to return the favour when you bring your next victim in for tea.
Look, I'm just looking out for you. I don't want to frighten the kid. He just needs to know what's what.
It's too late. I've already eaten your curtains. What's up?
Out the way.
We've got company.
All right.
All right.
Have you met me, Dad?
What's the score, you like?
It's our study hour. Got a problem?
Suppose not. Just checking.
See ya.
I'll be downstairs having a night in.
Right.
Keep us posted. Wow, that's all you.
Midget.
All right, Ronaldo. Only me.
Corkill. Framing Corkill.
All right. Wind your neck in.
Jacqueline.
I'm on a mercy mission.
Jacqueline. Jacqueline. Oh, Jackie's done a runner.
She's a busy woman. No wonder you're depressed.
I am not depressed. And will you get off my bed?
That's better. Let's have a bit of light on the subject, eh? Oof. Not a pretty sight. No offence.
Mercy mission?
You're sleeping away the day, aren't you? Hey? Tossing and turning all night, am I right? You need a wash. You need a shave, but what's the point? Who cares? Anthea's shipped out. You've thrown in the dust at a great granny's. You've got a house full of lodgers doing your head in. And you've just done a stretch at Her Majesty's pleasure.
Eat your heart out, Eamon Andrews.
Yeah. This is your life, Ron. This is it.
And don't tell me it's the only one I've got.
Well, I don't know. I'm a bit of an agnostic myself these days, to be honest with you.
Yeah, well, I don't give a monkey's. No offence.
Shame and stigma. It's a heady cocktail, that, Ronnie.
Save this for your nut house reunions.
You're ripe for it.
For what?
Depression. Depression.
Look, I know you mean well, fair dues.
You wish you were dead, don't you? Don't you?
Bella will do you some pasta when she gets here, OK, hon? Look, I'd love to stay and keep you company, but we've got bills to pay, do you mind?
Not bothered.
Look, she'll be here any minute. Josh?
I'm busy.
Less lip, thank you.
Mum?
Do you know what this is?
A game.
A test.
You what?
Well, now you're 8.
So?
Oh, give me the child at 7 and I'll show you the man.
What are you on about?
Well, you're a big lad now, aren't you?
So?
So, if you can survive the next 15 minutes without setting this place on fire or stuffing your face full of rubbish...
You'll buy me something?
I'll be dead proud. Now, you need to keep the chain on the door till Bella gets here, OK?
OK.
Do you want chicken run on?
It's only you that likes it.
Phone me the second she gets here.
OK.
I'm sorry, hon. I wish I could stay up here with you.
I've got no job, no wife, and no life.
And with a criminal record behind me, it looks like things are just going to go from bad to worse.
Ron, I'm no advert for mental illness.
I'm not losing me marbles.
So this is normal, is it? The actions of a sane man?
This'll pass.
Like a headache. You'd pop a pill for that, wouldn't you? You've got an imbalance in you, Ron. That's all. It started out from a bit of unhappiness and it got a grip. And now it's let rip.
I've been to prison. Me. Ron Dixon, pillar of the British Legion.
Yeah, I've been to prison. Jimmy Corkill, pillar of salt.
Yeah, but it's not where I saw myself, Jimmy. You know, people used to look at me and say, see him. Not a bad compare, you know. Now they say, he did 4 months. Killed a burglar.
The have-a-go hero, yeah?
Feels like an all.
Look, don't shake off the stigma. Wear it like a badge.
I haven't got the energy for this, Jim.
Ron, you've changed. Your life has changed. Embrace that change. Make it work for you. Look, you're free to date women. You're free to do a bit of voluntary work. Prison visiting, maybe.
You are joking, aren't you?
Why not? You could give something back.
Who to? Murderers. Thieving scallies. The kind of low-life scum that drove me to pull that trigger.
Well, why not? It could help you and them.
Because I don't care about them.
Then honour yourself.
Oh, here we go.
Change the sheets. Have a shave. Have a think.
I do nothing but.
Right, well, think about this. There's no shame in admitting your weakness.
Do me a favour, Jim. Get out.
Making a brew, if that's allowed. Whatever.
Keep your filthy mitts off me, sister, or you're a dead man.
You, thinking of buying a new motor?
No harm in dreaming, though, is there?
Enhanced chip management.
Like a rocket?
I'm gonna be a mechanic.
Oh? Yeah? Got a load of that one.
Hey, get me and scrub me back.
What's the magic word?
Now!
Sit tight, and I'll be with you in a minute, okay?
Oh, another day, another drop in the ocean.
Don't fancy a bit of overtime, do you?
Oh, no, only better bite your arm off, but I want to get home.
Join the club. How about we say time and a half?
Oh, no, sorry. I think Jimmy wants a bit of a gab.
Right.
Isn't your Joshua's mates tonight?
Oh, I've got 1,000,001 things to do.
Good night, good bless.
Oh, it's risen.
And it's not happy.
So I've heard.
Fancy sending Dr. Doolally round to a man in distress.
Well, it did the trick, didn't it? You got the use of your legs again.
I don't want people jangling about me.
Look, Jackie wanted me to come round to you, but I was meeting myself on the way back, so I just thought Jimmy would be the next best thing.
Hang on. Jackie?
Well, she's worried sick about you, isn't she? I mean, I would gladly have come around, only, well, Bella's a no-show, isn't she? I mean, first of all, it's like, oh, I'm running late, and then... Ron? Hey! Not so fast, Grandad. We need to talk.
You fall asleep again, and you won't see our 2nd anniversary.
You try shifting 1,000,000 sacks the day after an all-nighter. Oh, my God.
Oh, and I haven't been to work, like. Anyway, I was thinking maybe about making this location number 21 if you were feeling up to it, like.
I thought we've already christened the park.
Well, we have, but we were newlyweds then. And now we're old hands.
Wow. Number 21 coming up, Mrs. O. First, you have to help me find the soap.
I'm not up to any more babysitting.
Well, you're not the only one with problems.
I never said I was.
I mean, I'm depressed and all. I might take to my bed for a few days.
Come on, Bev.
Oh, just remembered I can't. I'm a single parent.
I do me bit for Josh.
What do you want, Ron? A coconut? I mean, I hate even to call it a favour. He's your flesh and blood and all.
Can't you at least wait until I'm firing on all cylinders?
I need your help tonight. I am desperate.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry, but I've had a belly full this week. Now, I meant what I said. I'll do what I can, when I can.
And what the hell is that supposed to mean? I need dates and I need times.
I'm sorry.
I can't juggle work and motherhood without help. Josh is losing out.
I'll be back on my feet soon.
Yeah, well, I need to get home now.
Well, it's hardly Harry Packer's, is it?
No, but try telling that to your Jackie. We should have a Harry McInerney if she knew I deserted me post.
You're only upstairs, aren't you?
Yeah, but...
A phone call away. They can shout up to the balcony. I don't know, you make it sound like some old harrod.
My dad was at school with Jimmy Case.
Go away.
Same year and everything.
The bionic boot?
The bionic boot.
The bionic boot.
You wouldn't understand.
Come here.
It's time to keep it down.
Nah, leave them. They're happy.
So, what's the problem?
I've been trying to write Helen this letter. Kind of life story.
Oh.
Exactly.
No, I don't mean because of you. Just, well, you're taking all the fun out of it, aren't you? I mean, going on dates, getting to know each other.
That was my plan. Revealing myself to her in layers, you know, nothing too overwhelming. First she'll think I'm a bit effervescent. Then she'll realise I'm officially odd.
Behave yourself.
I am. I'm an oddment. But she might like it like that. She might be an oddment herself, you know. We're both undiscovered.
Jim, I think you should ditch the letter.
Ray's put a spanner in the works. I wanted a gradual thing, you know, good, solid friendship and trust, and then a bit of, you know, sex and thrust.
But Ray said you should come clean.
Worse than that. If I don't tell him my history, he will.
Hey, you better not without me, dirty tickers.
Emily!
What's up?
Your back's killing.
Oh, don't worry, there's ways and means.
No. I mean, it's really killing.
Oh, great. Careful.
My back.
Suppose that's kiss number 21. Goodbye.
Look, there is no need to shout. I've said I'm sorry.
Bev, is a night in front of the telly with my husband too much to ask?
Well, I wouldn't know, would I? I'm a bit lacking in that department.
Oh, well, where's me violin?
Oh, shoved up your jack, see if your face is anything to go by.
Well, do you know what? You're skating on very thin ice with me.
Listen, I've got a childminder who was having a laugh. I've got Josh cooped up in this flat, bored out of his skull, neglected by his dad and his granddad.
Hey, Mike's got his hands full, and me dad.
Yeah, I know. Too busy wallowing. I asked Ron for help today. I was desperate.
After I asked you to help him? And who'd you send? Crackers corking?
Well, it worked, didn't it? It got Ron up and running again. I mean, he
So
could
this is all my dad's fault now, is it? You could at least take it on the chin.
Look, I said I was sorry. I'm sure Max has put your carver back in your Ponzi fridge.
You are supposed to be managing the bar.
I told them to ring me if there were any problems.
Yeah, and they tried, Bev, but you were engaged.
No, 5 minutes tops.
So, they phoned me.
That is ridiculous. Why didn't Gemma just nip up here?
How could she? She was saving the customers. You were supposed to be on duty.
I'm never off duty.
I've said I'll do Wednesday night, right?
Big ook. Look, what am I supposed to do, eh? Leave Josh up here playing with the box of matches?
I don't know, and I don't care. Because my interest in your life is purely professional.
Yeah. Well, you know that lad that you couldn't give a flying fruit about? Just happens to be your nephew. I just can't keep the plate spinning, Jackie. I can't.
The shame of this. You mentioned me young hunk.
I'm sorry.
Well, at least we saved on the restaurant. Could go and blow it on a massage on that back of yours.
Can you itch my nose for me?
All right.
It's just that I don't move my arms. You must really love me.
Suppose it's not worth me.
No, no chance. I'll make it up to you, I promise.
Happy anniversary.
Just my luck. Ray deciding he wants to play dad after 40-odd years.
Oh, you wouldn't even know it if it wasn't for him. And he'd be protective over whoever she was seeing.
Says he doesn't want her to get hurt.
Yeah, and I don't want you getting hurt.
You think he's right?
I think his ultimatum stinks, and I will tell him so.
But?
It is best to be upfront with each other.
Well, you write it then.
No, just talk to her. Be yourself. Be honest.
Well, Dicko thinks he's got problems. Oh, listen, Hal. I shot this fella right. Only I thought he was robbing me house. I thought he was going to attack me family.
Jimmy.
Listen, Hal, I went walkies up the Mersey Tunnel, built this arch and put a pan of scouse on it, then battered a busy. I don't need Scylla to tell me which one she'd go for.
Don't underestimate the woman.
Who's going to take me on, eh? Even St. Jackie threw the towel in.
Oh, I nearly forgot. Got your little prezi here.
The skin's on, yeah?
I know, yeah, but widow's mite and all that.
For me?
I saw it written in a magazine and thought of you, so put in that.
Our deeds still travel with us from afar, and what we have been makes us who we are.
Now, has that got Jimmy Corkle written all over it, or what?
I'm going to ring her now.
No, finish your tea first.
Sit her down. I'm going to tell her all about me madness, and I'm going to watch her run a mile.
Oh, no, it mightn't be like that. However she's going to react, it's best to know now.
Let's hope she can see beyond the headlines. I'm going to say, look, Hel, I think we've got a chance to be happy here. Oh, don't blow it, don't blow it, don't blow it.
Hey, love, do you mind if I nip to the lab on you? Kind of missed me turn this morning.
What are you two doing here? What are you doing here? I think that I think you're going off the scale a bit. Look, I've got to go.
Well, hasn't he got legs? Can't he come in? Can't even knock at the door?
Who is he? I'm sorry. Just go home, Mike. You're a waste of space.
That next time for Brookside is Wednesday at 8 o'clock, and you can catch all of this week's episodes in the Omnibus edition tomorrow at 5:05. Next tonight, there's something strange roaming Craggy Island, and I don't mean Father Jack, Father Ted, in a couple of minutes.